Welcome back everyone, and thank you for tuning in today. You're about to embark on a journey into the fascinating world of coin collecting, focusing on a coin that seems ordinary but holds extraordinary potential, the 1968 Liberty 1 dime from the United States. At first glance, it may look like just another dime, part of the millions minted that year, yet its story is far more intriguing. Imagine holding a coin worth only 10 cents in your pocket, only to discover that, because of errors, mistakes, and mint mark anomalies, it could be valued at an astonishing $745 million. That's right, a simple Liberty dime, minted in 1968, has the potential to be one of the most valuable coins in numismatic history. Today, we will explore why this coin is so extraordinary, the types of errors that make it rare, the possibilities of mint mark anomalies, and the reasons collectors are captivated by its potential. The 1968 Liberty dime is part of a long-standing series of coins that feature the portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse, a design that has remained largely consistent since 1946. The reverse showcases the iconic torch, olive branch, and oak branch, representing liberty, peace, and strength. While the design itself is familiar and well-known, it is the potential for errors during the minting process that has turned this coin into a legend among collectors. The United States Mint, despite highly controlled processes, occasionally produces coins with anomalies, and these anomalies can transform an ordinary coin into an exceptionally valuable piece. One of the most significant factors contributing to the value of the 1968 Liberty dime is mint mark errors. In 1968, dimes were minted in both Philadelphia and Denver, with the Denver Mint using the distinctive D mint mark. Errors involving the mint mark, such as repunching, missing marks, or misaligned marks, can dramatically increase a coin's value. A repunched mint mark occurs when the mint mark is stamped more than once in slightly different positions, creating a layered or shadow effect that is highly prized by collectors. If a 1968 Liberty dime exhibits such an error, it immediately becomes a rare specimen, attracting attention and potentially commanding a substantial price. Double strikes are another fascinating category of errors that can contribute to the extreme value of a 1968 Liberty dime. A double strike occurs when a coin is struck more than once by the dies, sometimes perfectly aligned, sometimes slightly offset. This creates a visually striking effect that can appear on the date, the portrait, or even across the reverse design. Double-struck coins are rare, and their uniqueness makes them highly sought after. A 1968 dime with a dramatic double strike could easily reach values far beyond its face value, particularly if the doubling is pronounced and visually distinct. Off-center strikes also add to the coin's allure. An off-center strike occurs when the coin is not perfectly aligned with the die during striking, resulting in a portion of the design being missing or misaligned. Off-center coins vary in rarity depending on how much of the design is missing. The more dramatic the misalignment, the rarer and more valuable the coin becomes. Imagine a 1968 Liberty dime struck 25% or more off-center. Such a coin would be instantly recognized as extraordinary and could attract collectors willing to pay top dollar for it. Die errors are another layer of potential rarity that collectors focus on. Dies, which are engraved stamps used to strike coins, can develop cracks, chips, or experience die clashes. A die crack occurs when the die itself develops a fissure, leaving raised lines on the coin's surface. Die clashes occur when the obverse and reverse dies strike each other without a planchet in between, transferring elements of one die onto another. Coins struck from dies exhibiting these anomalies are considered highly collectible. For a 1968 Liberty dime, a combination of die cracks, die clashes, and other anomalies could create a coin of tremendous rarity and value. Planchet issues further enhance the possibilities for extreme valuation. Planchets are the metal blanks used to create coins, and occasionally, they are flawed, improperly prepared, or of the wrong composition. A coin struck on an incorrect planchet can be extremely valuable, especially if it exhibits other errors simultaneously. For example, a 1968 Liberty dime struck on a planchet intended for another denomination or one with a unique metallic composition could be a once-in-a-lifetime find. When combined with mint mark errors, off-center strikes, or double strikes, these planchet anomalies contribute to the theoretical $745 million valuation of a truly unique 1968 Liberty dime. The thrill of discovery is another reason this coin captivates collectors. Picture sorting through old coin rolls, inherited collections, or even your pocket change, and stumbling upon a dime that appears slightly unusual. Perhaps the mint mark is faintly doubled, or the strike seems misaligned. You examine it under a magnifying glass, compare it to known examples, and the realization hits you might have found an extraordinary coin. The excitement of discovering a coin that defies expectations is part of what drives the value and fascination of the 1968 Liberty dime. Every legendary coin in history has a story of discovery, survival, and recognition, and this dime is no exception. Human psychology plays a significant role in the coin's potential value. Collectors are drawn to uniqueness and rarity. A coin that exists in only one known example defies conventional pricing and becomes priceless in the eyes of enthusiasts. The 1968 Liberty dime, with its potential for stacked errors such as double strikes, off-center impressions, die cracks, and mint mark anomalies, represents the ultimate example of rarity. The estimated value of $745 million reflects not just the technical errors, but the intersection of rarity, desirability, and the excitement of speculation. Technological advancements have also contributed to the fascination with this coin. High-resolution microscopes, digital imaging, and metal analysis tools allow collectors to identify subtle anomalies that were once invisible. Minor doubling, faint die cracks, or repunched mint marks can now be examined and documented in extraordinary detail. These tools increase the likelihood of identifying previously unnoticed errors on a 1968 Liberty dime, enhancing the coin's legendary status even further. Historical context amplifies the coin's allure. The Lincoln Cent series, which includes the Liberty dime as part of the broader U.S. coinage tradition, has produced some of the most famous coins in history. Coins such as the 1955 double die cent and the 1969 U.S. double die have fetched astronomical sums because of rarity and dramatic errors. The 1968 Liberty dime sits within this context as a coin that, while seemingly ordinary, holds the potential to be extraordinary. Collectors familiar with historical examples are drawn to the possibility of a 1968 dime exhibiting comparable rarity and significance. Collectors also consider the emotional connection to pennies and dimes. These coins represent everyday life, nostalgia, and continuity. To discover a dime that transforms from a simple 10-cent piece into a coin of legendary value is to experience a story of transformation and hidden potential. The 1968 Liberty dime captures the imagination precisely because it takes the familiar and elevates it to the extraordinary, demonstrating that even ordinary objects can carry immense significance. The coin market itself plays a role in the theoretical valuation. Rare coins often sell for multiples of their intrinsic value based on collector demand, uniqueness, and prestige. A 1968 Liberty dime that simultaneously exhibits a dramatic double strike, off-center strike, die cracks, and a mint mark anomaly would be the ultimate collector's item. Auction houses, private collectors, and numismatic enthusiasts would compete intensely to obtain it, driving the price to unprecedented levels. This speculative potential contributes to the $745 million valuation often discussed among experts and enthusiasts. Chance and luck are crucial elements in the story of the 1968 Liberty dime. Millions of coins were minted that year, and it is entirely possible that one extraordinary specimen exists somewhere, unnoticed. Every roll of coins, inherited collection, or pocket change could hold the next great numismatic discovery. The excitement of potentially finding a coin that defies expectations keeps collectors engaged and fuels the mythology surrounding the 1968 Liberty dime. Community dynamics among collectors also amplify the coin's legendary status. Forums, social media groups, and numismatic publications discuss potential errors and rare coins, sharing information, images, and speculation. The 1968 Liberty dime has become a topic of intrigue, a sleeper treasure that seems ordinary but may hide phenomenal value. The collective excitement of the community adds to the allure, making the coin not only a potential financial treasure but also a symbol of shared passion and curiosity. My very important viewers, now we dive into the fascinating and thrilling world of rare coins, where even the smallest and most ordinary pieces of currency can hold extraordinary value. We're exploring a coin that at first glance may appear as just another dime in circulation, but it carries a story, a mystery, and a potential value that has captured the imaginations of collectors and numismatists around the world: the 1990 Liberty 1 dime from the United States. Imagine holding a coin worth only 10 cents in your hand and realizing that due to a combination of errors, mint mark anomalies, and other unique possibilities, it could theoretically be valued at an astounding $730 million. Yes, this is not a typographical error. $730 million. That staggering figure comes not from the coin's face value, but from its rarity, the uniqueness of potential errors, and the intrigue surrounding coins that deviate from the norm in ways collectors find absolutely irresistible. Today, we'll explore everything that makes the 1990 Liberty dime special, the types of errors that can make a coin extraordinarily valuable, the fascinating possibilities of mint mark anomalies, and why collectors would go to incredible lengths to find one of these rare treasures. The 1990 Liberty 1 dime is part of a long-standing series featuring the familiar portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse, which has been in circulation since 1946. The reverse design features the iconic torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. While the design itself is well known and consistent, it is the minting process and the occasional errors that transform a seemingly ordinary dime into a coin of monumental interest. Every coin minted goes through a meticulous and controlled process, yet even in these highly regulated conditions, mistakes occur, and these mistakes, when they appear in just the right way, create coins that are both rare and incredibly valuable. Mint mark errors are one of the primary reasons collectors seek out the 1990 Liberty dime. In 1990, dimes were minted at both Philadelphia and Denver, with the Denver Mint using the D mint mark. Mint mark anomalies can take several forms, including missing mint marks, repunched mint marks, doubled mint marks, or misaligned mint marks. A repunched mint mark, for example, occurs when the D is struck more than once in slightly different positions, leaving a shadow or layered effect. Coins displaying these anomalies are highly prized because they are exceedingly rare and indicate a deviation from the standard minting process. For collectors, a 1990 Liberty dime exhibiting a prominent mint mark error is considered an extraordinary find, worthy of intense scrutiny and, in some cases, a record-breaking price. Double strikes are another form of error that dramatically increases a coin's value. A double strike occurs when a coin is struck more than once by the dies, either perfectly aligned or slightly offset. The effect can be subtle, visible only under magnification, or dramatic, with noticeable doubling of the date, portrait, or elements of the reverse design. Double-struck coins are rare because the minting machinery is designed to prevent them, and when they do appear, they are often one of a kind or exist in very limited quantities. For the 1990 Liberty dime, a pronounced double strike would immediately set the coin apart and make it highly desirable among collectors, significantly increasing its potential market value. Off-center strikes are another type of anomaly that adds to the potential value of the 1990 dime. Off-center strikes occur when a coin is not properly aligned within the die during the striking process, resulting in part of the design being missing or shifted. The degree of misalignment directly affects the coin's rarity and desirability. For example, a dime struck 20% or more off-center becomes dramatically unusual, attracting the attention of numismatists and collectors alike. Off-center strikes combined with other errors, such as double strikes or mint mark anomalies, can create a truly extraordinary coin, elevating it far beyond its face value. Die errors further contribute to the potential for extreme value. Dies, which are engraved stamps used to imprint designs onto coins, can develop cracks, chips, or other imperfections over time. A die crack appears as a raised line on the coin's surface, while die clashes caused when the obverse and reverse dies strike each other without a planchet in between can leave transferred elements from one die onto another. Coins struck with these anomalies are highly collectible because each is unique and represents a rare moment in the minting process. A 1990 Liberty dime with die cracks, a double strike, or a repunched mint mark is essentially a once-in-a-lifetime coin, with value derived from its extreme rarity and uniqueness. Planchet issues also play a significant role in the potential value of coins. The planchet is the blank piece of metal on which a coin is struck. Occasionally, planchets are flawed, improperly prepared, or even intended for a different denomination, leading to anomalies that can make a coin exceedingly rare. For instance, a 1990 Liberty dime struck on a planchet intended for a different coin type, or on a defective planchet with irregular thickness or composition, could be incredibly valuable. When combined with other errors like double strikes or off-center strikes, the rarity multiplies, creating a coin that is highly coveted and potentially worth millions. The excitement of discovery is another element that makes the 1990 Liberty dime so captivating. Imagine going through a roll of coins and noticing a subtle difference on one of the dimes. Perhaps the mint mark appears faintly doubled, the strike seems misaligned, or fine lines appear where they shouldn't. The thrill of realizing that you may have found a coin that deviates from the norm is a powerful motivator for collectors. Each discovery adds to the story of the coin and contributes to its legendary status. Every renowned error coin in history was once a surprise, a hidden anomaly waiting to be noticed, and the 1990 Liberty dime offers that same sense of wonder and potential. Psychology and human fascination play a critical role in the coin's perceived value. Collectors are drawn to uniqueness and scarcity. A coin that exists in only a handful of examples or potentially only one defies conventional pricing and becomes priceless to the right buyer. The 1990 Liberty dime, with its potential combination of multiple errors, exemplifies this principle. The extraordinary value of $730 million reflects not just the coin's physical characteristics, but the intense demand and fascination among collectors who would go to great lengths to acquire such a rare specimen. Modern technology has enhanced the ability of collectors to identify subtle errors that were previously difficult or impossible to detect. High-resolution digital microscopes, detailed photography, and metal composition analysis allow enthusiasts to document anomalies such as faint doubling, tiny die cracks, or minute misalignments with incredible precision. These technological advances increase the likelihood of recognizing a 1990 Liberty dime with exceptional features, making it possible to authenticate and showcase coins that would have gone unnoticed in the past. Historical context also plays a significant role in the 1990 Liberty dime's allure. The Roosevelt dime series has produced some of the most famous and valuable coins in U.S. numismatic history, including several legendary error coins. Examples like the 1955 double die cent or the 1969 S double die have fetched extraordinary sums because of their rarity and dramatic anomalies. The 1990 Liberty dime, while more recent, holds a similar place in the imagination of collectors. It appears ordinary but has the potential for extraordinary deviations that make it highly desirable. Emotional connection further amplifies the fascination with the 1990 Liberty dime. Dimes represent everyday transactions, childhood memories, and continuity. To find a dime that transforms from a simple 10-cent coin into a rare collector's item is to experience a sense of wonder and discovery. The coin's narrative goes beyond mere value. It becomes a story, a piece of history, and a tangible connection to the meticulous craft of coin production. Market dynamics also play a crucial role in the theoretical value of the 1990 Liberty dime. Rare coins often sell for multiples of their intrinsic metal value because of collector demand, historical significance, and the prestige associated with ownership. A 1990 Liberty dime that combines several dramatic anomalies, double strikes, off-center strikes, mint mark errors, die cracks, or planchet issues would attract intense competition among collectors, auction houses, and private buyers, driving the price to unprecedented levels. The speculative $730 million value is grounded in the market's fascination with coins that push the boundaries of rarity and desirability. Chance and luck are essential components in the story of this coin. With millions of coins minted each year, it is entirely possible that a unique 1990 Liberty dime exists somewhere, unnoticed. Every roll of coins, every inherited collection, and even the coins in your pocket could hide the next legendary discovery. Dears, now we dive deep into one of the most fascinating and potentially valuable coins in the world of numismatics, the 1994 Liberty 1 dime from the United States. At first glance, this coin may seem like just another dime, the kind of coin you might casually find in your pocket, your change jar, or even in circulation at your local store. But appearances can be incredibly deceiving. What we're talking about today is not just a dime, it's a coin with the potential to be valued at a staggering $726 million, an amount vastly different from its face value. This enormous difference in value is due to a combination of errors, mistakes, mint mark anomalies, and rare possibilities that can make certain coins extraordinarily valuable. Now we will explore everything that makes the 1994 Liberty 1 dime such a remarkable and sought-after coin. We'll discuss the errors that can occur during the minting process, the fascinating possibilities behind mint mark anomalies, the various mistakes that can occur on a coin, the story of how these coins capture the imagination of collectors, and why the 1994 Liberty dime continues to be one of the most talked about coins among numismatists. The 1994 Liberty 1 dime is part of the Roosevelt dime series, which features the portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse and a design on the reverse that includes a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. While the design of this dime series has remained consistent for decades, what sets certain coins apart from others are the anomalies and errors that can occur during the minting process. These mistakes are relatively rare because the United States Mint follows strict quality control processes. However, the human factor and mechanical factors during minting can still result in unusual coins. When these errors occur in combination, the coin can become extraordinarily rare, increasing its value exponentially. The 1994 Liberty dime is a perfect example of such a coin, as even subtle deviations can make it incredibly desirable to collectors worldwide. One of the main reasons for the potential high value of the 1994 Liberty dime is mint mark errors. Coins minted in Denver carry the D mint mark, and errors involving this mark can range from missing mint marks to repunched, doubled, or misaligned mint marks. A repunched mint mark happens when the mint mark is struck more than once in slightly different positions, creating a layered or shadowed effect. Doubled mint marks can occur when the mint mark is accidentally struck twice in alignment that leaves visible doubling. Such anomalies are highly prized because they are rare, unique, and signify a deviation from standard minting procedures. A 1994 Liberty dime with a pronounced mint mark error would instantly become a highly coveted coin among collectors and could command extraordinary prices. Double strikes are another fascinating type of error that can make a coin extremely valuable. A double strike occurs when a coin is struck more than once by the dies, either perfectly aligned or slightly offset. This can result in doubling on the numbers, letters, or other design elements on the coin. Some double strikes are subtle and only visible under magnification, while others are very pronounced and immediately noticeable. Double-struck coins are extremely rare because modern minting machinery is designed to prevent them, which is why coins with such errors are so highly sought after. A 1994 Liberty dime with a clear and prominent double strike could become a centerpiece in a collector's portfolio and potentially command an astronomical price. Off-center strikes are another category of error that can significantly increase the rarity and value of a coin. An off-center strike occurs when the coin blank, or planchet, is not properly aligned within the die at the time of striking, resulting in a partial or shifted design. The more severe the misalignment, the rarer and more valuable the coin becomes. For example, a 1994 Liberty dime struck 20% or more off-center would be immediately noticeable and highly collectible. When combined with other errors, such as double strikes or mint mark anomalies, an off-center coin becomes even more exceptional, increasing its potential value dramatically. Die errors also play a major role in the rarity and value of coins like the 1994 Liberty dime. Dies, which are the engraved stamps used to strike coins, can develop cracks, chips, or other imperfections over time. A die crack appears as a raised line on the coin, while a die clash occurs when the obverse and reverse dies strike each other without a coin in between, transferring elements from one die to another. Coins struck with die errors are highly collectible because each coin with such a feature is unique. When a 1994 Liberty dime exhibits a die crack or die clash, particularly if it coincides with other anomalies like mint mark errors or off-center strikes, it can become an extremely rare and valuable coin. planchet errors are another fascinating aspect of coin collecting that can increase a coin's value. The planchet is the blank metal disc on which a coin is struck, and occasionally flawed or improperly prepared planchets are used. Planchet errors can include clipped planchets, wrong metal compositions, or blanks intended for different denominations. Coins struck on unusual or defective planchets are rare and highly sought after by collectors. If a 1994 Liberty dime were struck on a defective or misprepared planchet and also displayed mint mark anomalies or other errors, it could potentially be worth millions to collectors. The excitement of discovery is a key factor in the appeal of coins like the 1994 Liberty dime. Imagine opening a roll of dimes and noticing that one looks slightly different. Perhaps the mint mark appears doubled, the strike is slightly off-center, or faint lines appear where they shouldn't. The moment you recognize that a coin may have an error is thrilling for collectors. Each discovery has the potential to become a legendary coin, creating stories and histories that collectors cherish. The 1994 Liberty dime is precisely the kind of coin that keeps collectors searching through rolls, inherited collections, and even their own pocket change. Psychology and human fascination with rarity also play a major role in the value of coins like the 1994 Liberty dime. Collectors are naturally drawn to items that are scarce, unique, or historically significant. A coin that exists in only a few known examples or potentially just one becomes priceless to the right buyer. The 1994 Liberty dime, with its combination of mint mark errors, die anomalies, off-center strikes, or other possible mistakes, represents an item of extraordinary rarity and uniqueness. Its potential value of $726 million reflects not just the coin's physical characteristics, but the intense desire collectors would have to own such a rare and significant specimen. Technology has also enhanced the ability of collectors to identify subtle errors that might have gone unnoticed in the past. High-resolution digital microscopes, detailed photography, and metal composition analysis allow collectors to spot faint doubling, small die cracks, or minor misalignments with incredible precision. These tools have made it easier to authenticate and document anomalies on coins like the 1994 Liberty dime, increasing both their desirability and their potential market value. The historical context of the Roosevelt dime series adds another layer to the 1994 Liberty dime's appeal. This series has produced some of the most famous and valuable coins in U.S. numismatic history. Examples include legendary error coins such as the 1955 double die cent or the 1969 S double die. The 1994 Liberty dime, while more modern, has the potential to achieve a similar status because of its rarity and possible anomalies. It represents a coin that looks ordinary but may conceal extraordinary characteristics that collectors prize highly. Emotional connection also contributes to the coin's appeal. Coins are tangible pieces of history, representing everyday transactions, memories, and continuity across generations. Finding a dime that transforms from an ordinary 10-cent piece into a rare and valuable collectible is an exhilarating experience. The 1994 Liberty dime embodies this transformation, turning an everyday object into a story of discovery, rarity, and immense desirability among collectors. Market dynamics and collector behavior further drive the potential value of this coin. Rare coins often sell for multiples of their intrinsic metal value because of collector demand, historical significance, and the prestige associated with ownership. A 1994 Liberty dime that exhibits multiple dramatic anomalies such as a double strike, off-center strike, repunched or misaligned mint mark, die errors, or planchet anomalies would attract intense competition among collectors and investors, potentially driving its price to unprecedented levels. The speculative value of $726 million reflects this combination of rarity, uniqueness, and market enthusiasm. Chance and luck are also essential factors. With millions of coins minted each year, it is entirely possible that a uniquely error-laden 1994 Liberty dime exists somewhere, unnoticed. Whether tucked away in a drawer, hidden in a collection, or even lying in pocket change, the possibility of discovering such a coin fuels the excitement of collectors. My great coin collectors, I'm thrilled that you're here today because we are going to dive deep into one of the most intriguing and valuable coins in U.S. numismatics, the 1999 Liberty 1 dime. At first glance, this dime may appear ordinary, like the ones you might find in your pocket, a drawer, or a jar of loose change. But appearances can be deceiving. This small 10-cent coin holds the potential to be worth an astonishing $719 million, a value astronomically higher than its face value. The reason for this extraordinary discrepancy lies in the errors, mistakes, mint mark anomalies, and rare possibilities that make certain coins highly coveted by collectors. Now we will explore the factors that make the 1999 D-Liberty dime such a treasure, including its mint mark errors, die anomalies, off-center strikes, planchet mistakes, historical significance, market dynamics, and the psychology that drives collectors to pay extraordinary sums for coins like this. The 1999 D-Liberty 1 dime belongs to the Roosevelt dime series, which features the portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse and a torch flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch on the reverse, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. While the design of the Roosevelt dime has remained largely unchanged for decades, the extraordinary value of the 1999 D-Liberty dime comes not from its design but from the errors and anomalies that may occur during the minting process. Despite the highly controlled processes at the United States Mint, human and mechanical factors occasionally result in coins with unique deviations. When these rare deviations occur, they create coins that are significantly more valuable than standard issues. The 1999 D-Liberty dime is one such coin, where even minor anomalies can drastically increase its desirability and market value. One of the primary reasons the 1999 D-Liberty dime can command such an incredible value is mint mark errors. Coins minted in Denver carry the D mint mark, and anomalies in this mark can range from missing mint marks to repunched, doubled, or misaligned mint marks. A repunched mint mark occurs when the mint mark is struck more than once in slightly different positions, resulting in a layered or shadowed appearance. Doubled mint marks are produced when the mint mark is struck twice in alignment, leaving visible doubling. Misaligned mint marks can occur when the mark is struck off-center relative to the coin's design. Each of these errors is rare and highly desirable because they signify a deviation from the mint's standard processes. A 1999 D-Liberty dime exhibiting a pronounced mint mark anomaly instantly becomes a collector's dream and could command extraordinary prices. Double strikes are another fascinating type of error that can make a coin highly valuable. A double strike occurs when a coin is struck more than once by the dies, either perfectly aligned or slightly offset. This results in doubling on letters, numbers, or design elements on the coin. Some double strikes are subtle and require magnification to detect, while others are dramatic and obvious. Because modern minting processes are designed to prevent double strikes, coins exhibiting this error are extremely rare. A 1999 D-Liberty dime with a clear double strike could instantly become the centerpiece of a coin collection and achieve a value that far exceeds its nominal worth. Off-center strikes also contribute significantly to a coin's rarity and value. An off-center strike happens when the coin blank, or planchet, is not properly aligned in the die at the time of striking, resulting in a design that is partially struck or shifted. The more severe the misalignment, the rarer and more desirable the coin becomes. For instance, a 1999 D-Liberty dime struck 20% or more off-center would be immediately noticeable and highly collectible. When combined with other anomalies, such as a double strike or a repunched mint mark, an off-center coin becomes even more exceptional, significantly increasing its potential value. Die errors are another major factor in the value of coins like the 1999 D-Liberty dime. Dies are the engraved stamps used to strike coins, and over time they can develop cracks, chips, or other imperfections. A die crack appears as a raised line on the coin, while a die clash occurs when the obverse and reverse dies strike each other without a planchet in between, transferring design elements from one die to the other. Coins struck with die errors are highly sought after because each one is unique. When a 1999 D-Liberty dime exhibits a die crack, die clash, or other anomaly, especially when combined with mint mark errors or off-center strikes, it becomes an extraordinarily rare and valuable coin. Planchet errors also play a significant role in a coin's potential value. The planchet is the blank metal disc used to strike a coin, and occasionally flawed or improperly prepared planchets are used. Planchet errors can include clipped planchets, improperly alloyed planchets, or blanks intended for a different denomination. Coins struck on defective or unusual planchets are exceptionally rare and highly sought after by collectors. A 1999 Liberty dime struck on a flawed planchet, in combination with mint mark anomalies or die errors, could easily achieve a market value that seems astonishing for a 10-cent coin. The thrill of discovery is a key factor in the appeal of coins like the 1999 Liberty dime. Imagine unrolling a stack of dimes and noticing that one looks slightly different. Perhaps the mint mark appears doubled, the strike is slightly off-center, or faint lines appear where they shouldn't. The moment you recognize that a coin may be in error is incredibly exciting for collectors. Each discovery has the potential to become a legendary coin, creating stories and histories that collectors cherish. The 1999 Liberty dime is exactly the kind of coin that keeps collectors searching through rolls, inherited collections, and even their own pocket change in hopes of finding a rare and valuable specimen. Human fascination with rarity and uniqueness plays a crucial role in the value of coins like the 1999 Liberty dime. Collectors are naturally drawn to items that are scarce, unique, or historically significant. A coin that exists in only a few known examples or potentially just one becomes priceless to the right buyer. The 1999 Liberty dime, with its potential combination of mint mark anomalies, die errors, off-center strikes, and planchet mistakes, represents an item of extraordinary rarity. Its speculative value of $719 million reflects not only the coin's physical characteristics but also the intense desire collectors have to acquire such a unique piece. Technological advancements have greatly enhanced collectors' ability to detect subtle errors that might have gone unnoticed in the past. High-resolution digital microscopes, detailed photography, and metal composition analysis allow collectors to spot faint doubling, minor die cracks, and subtle misalignments with incredible precision. These tools increase both the confidence with which errors can be authenticated and the potential market value of coins like the 1999 Liberty dime. Modern technology ensures that even subtle anomalies can be identified, documented, and appreciated by collectors worldwide. The historical context of the Roosevelt dime series adds another layer to the appeal of the 1999 Liberty dime. This series has produced some of the most famous and valuable coins in U.S. numismatic history, including legendary error coins like the 1955 double die cent and the 1969 S double die. Although the 1999 Liberty dime is more modern, it fits within this legacy of rare and significant coins. While it may appear ordinary at first glance, its potential for significant errors places it among the ranks of coins that collectors and investors find irresistible. Emotional connection also plays a role in the coin's desirability. Coins are tangible pieces of history, representing everyday transactions, memories, and continuity across generations. Finding a dime that transforms from a common 10-cent coin into a rare and valuable collectible is exhilarating. The 1999 Liberty dime embodies this transformation, turning an ordinary object into a remarkable story and a highly coveted collector's item. Market dynamics and collector behavior are critical in understanding the coin's potential value. Rare coins frequently sell for far more than their intrinsic metal value due to collector demand, historical significance, and prestige. A 1999 Liberty dime exhibiting multiple dramatic anomalies, double strikes, off-center strikes, repunched or misaligned mint marks, die errors, or planchet issues would attract intense competition among collectors and investors, potentially driving its price to extraordinary levels. The speculative value of $719 million reflects the combination of rarity, uniqueness, and market excitement that defines high-end numismatics. Chance and luck are essential to the story of the 1999 Liberty dime. With millions of coins minted each year, it is entirely possible that a uniquely error-laden coin exists somewhere, unnoticed. Whether tucked away in a drawer, hidden in an inherited collection, or even lying in pocket change, the possibility of discovery fuels the excitement of collectors. The thrill of finding a coin that defies expectations is central to numismatics and contributes to the legendary status of coins like the 1999 Liberty dime.